420 ಅರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ?
Depends on the case, facts of the case.
Or depends on the person?
No, it not depends on the person.
Criminal trespass ಅರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ.
420 ಅರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ? 324 ಅರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ?
Recovery. If there are 420, we have to recover, then we have to arrest the person. If it is not for
now this officer is not arrested?
Not yet.
They are telling that you will have to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I don't admit to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I am not cooperating with the investigation. Is this what you wanted to tell? You tell it in the nature of a questionnaire. Whatever I feel like answering it, I will answer it. If it is a case of self-incrimination, there is a fundamental right. I may refuse to answer that question. If I refuse to answer that question, if you want to say that there is a non-cooperation in the investigation, then shame on them in the manner in which they are honoring the Constitution after 75 years on which the Constitution
understanding is that the Advocates Association is being misused by certain people who are involved in the Bowie scam. If that statement Advocates Association thinks it is,
we are not getting into that at all.
No. Advocates Association is not asking the matter, OV scam matter to be referred to.
No, not at all.
no,
It is only this 306 matter to be referred to.
fair enough, my lord. Fair enough, my lord. But the issue is the manner in which they have come. I have placed affidavit filed by her. She herself claims that she is running a business. She is an entrepreneur. And
Right.
Rule 47 prohibits running anything. In spite of that, if they say that because she has been subjected to assault as a lawyer, then my lord is...
No, well, assault as a lawyer, torture as a lawyer was there up to the point where affidavit was filed that she was tortured. She's dead.
That's
She has
correct.
committed suicide. She says it's because of the torture by the investigating officer.
But not as a lawyer.
No, sorry.
That's
A lawyer or a human being or whatever it is.
That's
Now
different issue.
that's all right.
Yes, that's different.
There is 13-page death note which in minute detail says what was the torture.
In fact, my lord, we want to investigate. We want to investigate for the reason that the main accused was found at the body
All right.
along with the other people. And the main accused was found in...
Attributing something to the main accused.
Yes, they are attributing something to the main accused. In fact, my lord, I place certain reason, various questions being asked, which uncomfortable questions being asked. Those uncomfortable questions being asked because of the material which we had. And those, in no way I can say, it is discretionary of investigation officer to ask what question to ask, what not to ask. Those uncomfortable questions which they feel uncomfortable are because of the material which we found, which links to accused number 1. And I'll place those material.
You investigate everything. That's not a problem. But this 306 investigation aglewe.
It has to be investigated. Well, it has to be investigated. Your Lordship may see that this honorable court, please two judgment. This honorable court, when the issue of Chikmagalur Lawyers Association issue, they also came up saying that the police officer will not investigate. Will investigate the issue. Your Lordship may see what this honorable court says.
ಚಿಕ್ಕಮಂಗ್ಳೂರ್ದು ನಾನು ಕಮಿಟಿನಲ್ಲಿದ್ದೆ. ಅದನ್ನ ಅವರು ಪೊಲೀಸ್ ಇನ್ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟರ್ ನೀವು ಅರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಅದನ್ನ ಅದ್ರೊಳಗೆ ನಾವೇ ಬಂದು
Para 5. Lordship may see para 5.
He prevailed upon my lords on the Chikmagalur Association, saying that the fairness with which the government has presented itself in the several meetings, which was chaired by the learned Advocate General. So we said that all right, let it be done, because the Advocate General gave us an assurance in the presence of the Chief Secretary.
Lord, there we had asked for the accused to be arrested. The police who had assaulted the lawyer, we had asked him to be arrested. This honorable court held that the court cannot direct arrest. That was
That's
the
all.
major point.
My lord, the accused cannot choose. This is the recent Supreme Court, my lord, with respect to
All right.
RK hospital case.
Yes.
So therefore, my lord, we have now the ACP rank.
One marked difference between what the apex court has held in that RK Garg case and this is, there RK Garg is the accused, or RK Kar, that the hospital director is the accused. Illi the accused is DYSP.
So we have investigated where police officers are being accused. PSI scam.
I'm not saying it is not accused, not at all.
PSI scam, less said the better. I can say more about it, my lords, as to how PSI scam came about.
In fact, this case also, my lord, that's what Supreme Court says, is that...
I know that, I have seen that.
So let them point out where are the lacunas in investigation.
ಆಗಿಲ್ವಲ್ಲ ಇನ್ನು ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ.
ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ತಾನೇ ಶುರು ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ.
Investigation is not yet commenced.
ಅವರು ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟಿಗೇಷನ್ ಕಮೆನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ they had the basic material, which is the death note. On that basis, what was the immediate steps which they have taken? This is the first question which they are, because I don't find it
One
from
moment. ಈಗ 306, a common man gets into an offense under 306. Of course, it is cognizable and things like that. ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ?
ಹೌದಾ?
He sees the death note and he sees the
ಆಮೇಲೆ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ? ಆಮೇಲೆ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ? 1 minute. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ?
if they are
ಅರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಲ್ವಾ?
not all cases, my lord. We have not arrested in all cases of 306. I must say, that is what
Treat ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ arrest
no, this is what
420 ಅರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ?
depends on the case, facts of the case.
Or depends on the person.
No, it not depends on the person.
Criminal
The facts of the
trespass arrest
case.
ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ.
420 ಅರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ? 324 ಅರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ?
The recovery, if there are 420s, we have to recover, then we have to arrest the person. If it is not for
So now this officer is not arrested.
not yet.
What investigation have you commenced?
We have I placed the investigation materials as well, and the petitioners who are before this court, they are not cooperating in the investigation.
Lords, it is something like this.
No,
Lords.
1 minute.
This
Who
is-
should cooperate with the investigation?
They will have to also.
They are cooperating. What steps have you taken against the police officer who has allegedly tortured someone to death?
ನಾವೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು?
No, we are investigating, my lord. It's been.
What investigation? There is an allegation that the police officer has tortured someone to death. It is an offense punishable with
Not
10 years.
tortured, my lord. It's
Alleged,
instigated according to.
alleged, whatever.
Howದು.
Tortured and instigated. Because of the torture, next day, see, the thing is, that day torture ended. That is what is said in the death note. Tomorrow she asked her to come for investigation. Fearing that she is dead. She is dead because fearing that torture. That is what is in the death note.
Lords, once a death note comes in their hands and it is said that a police officer,
ಅಲ್ಲ, ನೀವು arrest
because what
ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ.
becomes very important.
We have asked this.
306 ಅಲ್ಲಿ anticipatory bail ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರಾ?
We have
Has
asked.
she taken anticipatory bail? Has she taken?
No.
She would not have taken. Yes, because she is a DYSP, she will not take anticipatory bail also. Because the arms of law will not reach the police.
Yes.
That's not.
That's why anticipatory. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬೇರೆಯವರೆಲ್ಲ anticipatory bail ತಕ್ಷಣ ತಗೊಂತಾರೆ. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಅರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತ.
It's not even. It's not even. It's not.
ಯಾಕೆ ವೀಕ್ ಯಾಕೆ ಅವರ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಅರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ?
Well,
ಕಂಪ್ಲೇಂಟ್ ರಿಜಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಆದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಅರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ?
we have asked the same question, my lord. All 306.
Has she taken anticipatory bail?
Not yet.
Then why have you not arrested?
We have in. Yeah.
Not even a notice
in
is issued.
ಆಯ್ತು, ಪೊಲೀಸ್ಗೆ 35(3) ನೋಟಿಸ್ ಕೊಡಂಗಿಲ್ವಾ? ಕಮ್ ಫಾರ್ ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟಿಗೇಷನ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀರಾ?
ಇಲ್ಲ.
ಯಾಕೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ?
In-
ಆಲ್ ರೈಟ್ ಸರ್, ಈಗ ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ಬೇಲ್ ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಅರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ. ನೋಟಿಸ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀರಾ ಟು ಕಮ್ ಫಾರ್ ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟಿಗೇಷನ್. 4 ದಿನ ಆಗಿದೆ ಆಗಿ. ವಾಟ್ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಯು ಟೇಕನ್?
No, the investigation was changed over to the CCB.
ಆಲ್ ರೈಟ್, what CCB has taken?
So CCB, because of this matter, my lord, in fact,
ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಟೇ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೂ ನೀವು ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟಿಗೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಲ್ವಾ? ಇದು ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ?
yesterday, my lord, yesterday we had a meeting with Advocate General.
Yes.
Because of this matter, we had a meeting with Advocate General. We discussed what is that can be done. So we
To solve the problem.
no, not solve the problem.
Then?
What is the matter needs to be investigated. We also conscious of the fact that the incident has happened and death notice exists.
Yes.
So we said that it has to be monitored by a superior officer.
ಅರೆ ನೀವು ಮಾನಿಟರಿಂಗು, ಡಿಸಿಷನ್ ಟೇಕಿಂಗ್, ರೆಡ್ ಟೇಪಿಸಮ್ ಇಸ್ ಆಲ್ ರೈಟ್, ಬಟ್ ದಿ ಕ್ರಿಮಿನಲ್ ಇಸ್ ದಿ ಅಲೆಜ್ಡ್ ಅಕ್ಯೂಸ್ಡ್ ಇಸ್ ವಾಕಿಂಗ್ ಫ್ರೀ ವಿತೌಟ್ ಅ ಬೇಲ್ ಬೀಂಗ್ ಟೇಕನ್. I am only asking, if it were to be any other accused, a common man, would you have spared him without an anticipatory bail till today? In an offense under section 306, which is punishable 10 years.
They have told us as a normal practice in not 306, all offences, all people have been arrested. That's what I can make my submission.
That is okay.
That is what the Joint Commissioner yesterday when we came for a meeting, he said.
So I will record that statement. ಇನ್ಮೇಲೆ ಯಾರನ್ನಾರು ಅರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ in a cognizable offense of 10 years, then I will take note of it. ಇದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಅರ್ನೇಶ್ ಕುಮಾರ್ ಗೈಡ್ಲೈನ್ಸ್ ಫಾಲೋ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ? ಸಡನ್ ಆಗಿ ಅರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ. ಯಾವ್ದೋ ಬಡಪಾಯಿ ಸಿಗಾಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾನೆ, ಅವನಿಗೆ ಕಾಟ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿಟ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀರಾ. ಅರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡಿ ಬೇಲ್ ತಗೊಂಡಿಲ್ಲ, ಅದ್ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ.
ರಿಯಲ್ ಎಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ರಿಕವರಿ ಆಫ್ ಮನಿ ಕೇಸಸ್ ಊರಲ್ಲಿ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ
ಅದು offense 420 ಅಷ್ಟೇ, ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಅರೆಸ್ಟ್.
ಆಮೇಲೆ ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ ಫ್ರಾಡ್.
There are some recovery, where recovery is required, my lord.
There's a death note here, sir.
The death note has been recovered, my lord. We are
Has been recovered. What have you done?
we need to identify whether the handwriting belongs to her. Then
Don't worry about investigation. There is an accused here. Accused is directly pointed here. What have you done to the accused?
Handwriting experts.
I'll
See, this farce of an investigation should not. That is why they are asking it to be transferred to the CBI. Because state government has done nothing today.
I'll place the investigation.
What investigation have you done? She's not even on bail. I've not even arrested her.
I'll place the investigation.
What
My lord.
investigation, sir?
Arrest is. I say, my lord, arrest is the last resort.
I'll record this statement. And wherever first resort ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ ನೀವು, ಅವಾಗ I will share. The problem is, you show me the person, I'll tell you the law.
Yes,
That's the problem.
It's unfortunate.
That's the problem.
May I just request your lordships may kindly have a look at the orders dated 26/9/24, my lords. There's a reason why I'm making this request. 26/9/24 of Stockman 4. The deceased, my lords, was before the court, and your lordships have passed on the law.
I passed an order saying you videograph the investigation because torture was alleged.
Because the petitioner shall cooperate with the investigation in the garb of investigation. No coercive, precipitative action shall be taken against this petitioner, nor they be unnecessarily harassed if they are cooperating with the investigation.
It's not been done.
Say no, they are not. What is not being done?
We have not harassed them. My lord, everything is videographed.
Death note ಬರ್ದು they will die.
Lordship, everything is videographed. I'll place the entire videograph.
The allegation, you know, in the death note, whenever she wants, she puts off the video, tortures, and switches on the video to get the connectivity. That is the death note only there.
That's my lord.
You can't.
She says on 15th.
You can't cross-examine.
She says it's happened on 15th. 16th she has gone.
It's exactly the point.
Not complained.
God, here what has happened? The co-accused goes to her in the morning. She summons her in the morning.
Morning, sir.
Morning of one certain date. She waits from morning till evening outside.
Where?
Outside the gate of Lakshmi's DYSP's chamber, saying that she's called to summon her for investigation. Then at 4:39 in the evening, she sends a WhatsApp saying, "Madam, ನಾನು ಬೆಳಗ್ಗೆ ನೀವು ವೇಟ್ ಮಾಡು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ ಚೇಂಬರ್ ಆಚೆ ನಾನು ಕಾಯ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ನೀವು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕೀಗ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ I will issue notice for next date ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. So they cannot say that I have not cooperated.
No, he is not saying he's not cooperating.
Yes.
Are you saying?
I am saying they are not cooperating.
Oh.
I am also saying because I have also placed. I have also made a submission before your lordship, my lord. If your lordship recall, they are saying that these people have
found the date.
No, that's one. Second, these people have come. These people have come to the.
Till now, whatever you had made the statements that they are not cooperating were all fine. Now she's dead. Now she's dead with a death note of torture by the police officer. And torture, you have stripped her.
No, that's
Police officer has stripped her to check whether there are devices in the private parts.
That's wrong, man.
Then what else do you need?
No, I know.
Does not
I know
this call for an investigation?
I know it's written there, my lord. But
Then
I know it's
death
written
note,
there.
that is the death note. And
That's
one more witness, accused number 7 also says the same thing.
All I can say.
Lord, SPP must say that this has happened. That should be the SPP stand. He
No, that
cannot
has
say
to
it
be
has not
investigated.
happened.
We are not saying that should not be
Taking side of the
investigated.
defense.
I am not saying that should not be investigated.
No, it is said the death note only and even the affidavit that is filed by the other person, she wanted to check cyanide in the private part. That is what cyanide or recording devices in the private part. So she has stripped them new.
No, that's my. They have written, my lord, and I can't.
That's a death note they have written.
They have written.
And just horrendous. If what is written is should not be investigated.
All I can say is that's not correct. But if that is any matter of investigation, let them
The
investigate.
SPP say it is not correct, Lord, without investigation.
If it is not say it is not correct. If it is done, it is not correct is what is. Not correct. If it is done, it is not correct. It has to be investigated.
It has to be investigated. I'm not saying that is
was-
where, my lord, last time I also made a submission saying that your lordship can even monitor the investigation if your lordship.
Sir, you tell me.
File an affidavit and respond to it.
That will not take away the issue of prejudice.
Emotional ಆಗಿ ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ they pass on anything to the court.
That's all right.
This lady was involved like this. This lady was involved like this.
That is
Not
not.
it is emotional. Then you file an application. File an application.
You can be rest assured that
And
is not good. That's not going to sway with prejudice.
Lords, I have
Yes.
fullest my lords.
I am only.
I bow down to that statement.
There is an allegation. There is an
Yes, yes.
officer who is allegedly tortured. A 13-page
Lord,
death note
go by
is there. If there was no background to it and all of a sudden it has sprung, then there was some meaning.
Lord,
There are affidavits filed even before that, and I have said it has to be videographed
Lord,
because of the torture.
We bow down to your lordship's order.
Yes.
There is absolutely no question of second thoughts. But I would request the learned senior not to pass on a message to just make a media statement saying that ಇವಳು ಆ ತರ ಇದ್ಲು ಈ ತರ ಇದ್ಲು ಹಿಂದೆ ಕೇಸ್ಗಳಾಗಿದೆ. Let him file an affidavit. I'll respond to it properly.
No, what is
Yeah.
what is handing over is judgment.
Yes,
not the
Lord,
judgments
but
of this
I-
court.
I just
Sir, you
wanted to
make
say
a proper
this.
application, then I will challenge it.
In judgment now.
No. Whatever statements he's trying to make. Now,
Investigate.
lottery case, they have said the government has taken a conscious decision. They have rejected
I am
the
myself
Lordship.
cautious
Yes,
on
your Lordship,
account
sir.
of want of sanction.
Lords, before closing, I leave it to your Lordship.
Two militating,
Seven.
two militating aspects, my lords, your lordships may consider in this case. First and foremost, my lord says that the person who has been accused is an officer of the rank of DYSP. Torture takes place when the person who is subjected to investigation, my lords, is required to be treated as per the guidelines which has been laid down from time to time, and particularly pertaining to this case, your lordships have said how it should be treated. Number one. Not the second and most important thing is this: cooperation for investigation. They will tell me, just tell me that you have committed the crime. Are they expecting me to come and say, yes, I have committed the crime? And if I say that, yes, I have committed the crime, you say that this is the cooperation with investigation. And there is a fundamental right protecting me from self-incrimination. If it is not your convenience, because this is where I wanted to tell these investigating officers, let them not make a mockery out of it. What do they think is the cooperation with the investigation? They are telling that you will have to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I don't admit to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I am not cooperating with the investigation. Is this what you wanted to tell? You tell it in the nature of a questionnaire. Whatever I feel like answering it, I will answer it. If it is a case of self-incrimination, there is a fundamental right. I may refuse to answer that question. If I refuse to answer that question, if you want to say that there is a non-cooperation with the investigation, then shame on them in the manner in which they are honoring the Constitution after 75 years, on which the Constituent Assembly Milords had accepted it. Of course, yesterday, one day beyond 75 years. I'm sorry.
Lordy.
No, this is not the way. Every time the police officer wants to come and say there is no cooperation with the investigation, what are the manner in which they want to investigate? This is a matter which your lordships have to consider in any given case, because when they come and say that they are not cooperating with the investigation, they should tell that these are the steps which we have taken and this is the nature of cooperation. If there is even a semblance of a possibility of a self-incrimination, then you will have to stop there. You can't force me. And you cannot come before the court and say that, yes, there is an element of non-cooperation in the investigation. No.
And in the death note, she says the reason for this harassment and torture was they wanted statements in the manner
No, that is there in the death.
Yes, and she also says, blood. She also says in the death note, very unfortunate. She said,
That's all right.
yes. And yesterday full, instead of investigating this torture case and death case under 306, the whole of yesterday, the DGP and police staff are scouting around the court to find out whether she's a lawyer. They have opened the files in the department. They have gone to the bar council.
Right,
Sudden flooding of police officers into the bar council to check up these records.
No, that's a fact.
That information we had
Yakandre-
month back.
They feel that we are arguing a case of a non-lawyer who's not a lawyer.
No, we
Even
have-
if it is a human being, why can't the Advocates Association
As
come?
a matter of fact, in
The
one of
high and
the-
mighty blood, the high and mighty, if they have to be brought to the rule of law, it takes a lot of effort. And it is the Advocates Association which is fighting this cause. As your lordships put it, blood, assuming a human being had undergone this, a non-lawyer had undergone this, why can't the Advocates Association take up the cause? It is anybody can set the criminal law in motion.
But if I remember, it was 5 years or 6 years back when Justice MNV had given us a lecture, Milords, upstairs on the Constitution Day.
Yes, Lord itself.
Yes, Milords,
2020.
Milords, there he had told that not only the bar, only the bench, bar has got a greater responsibility to discharge that the principles enshrined in the Constitution.
ಅವರು ಲೆಟ್ಸ್ ಅಡ್ವೈಸ್ ಇದ್ರು.
ಅಲ್ಲ ಅವರು ಇದು ಹಂಗಾಗಿ ಏನು ತೊಂದರೆ ಇಲ್ಲ.
Jagdish.
Jagdish
ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, but ಲೆಟ್ಸ್ ಅಡ್ವೈಸ್ ವಾಸ್ ದೇರ್.
ಅದು ಆ ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಲ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇಳೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಜಗದೀಶ್ ಇಂಪ್ಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು. ಅದನ್ನ
I am fully with you.
He is doing his job.
yes, of course, Lord. He has
He
to
says
do his job.
if it is incorrect, it has to be investigated.
Lord.
Who is the investigating officer?
As
What's the only question?
As soon as we filed an application on CCB blood on Saturday, which was a working day of the High Court, the same day within 1 hour they have given it to the CCB. Assuming from Saturday, they had time, very next day after the death. It's been 5 days. What have they done? They have not done anything from then.
No, they have done. Milords, I differ from what my venerable senior friend says. Actually, as a matter of fact, a couple of the officers have gone to bar council to ascertain whether the person is a
What
lawyer.
have they done?
And
Where
they
they
have
accused?
also come to there.
No, but the
If you want,
information we had,
They are treating me as the accused. They have forgotten who is the accused.
so that information we had 1 month ago.
Lords, before,
that's okay, but
before I conclude, my lords, that again repeating, my lords, any
17A,
agency,
I will answer.
my lord, any agency, lordship, please protect my liberty, and if no cooperation, then law will take its course. Number 3, time-bound investigation.
All that we will do. But
And fourth, my lords, if it is not a very innocuous request, prayer rather, my lords, your lordship may supervise this. That is my request as officer.
See?
Your lordship may supervise this.
that's all.
But we
So that-
want the
so that
supervision. We
no,
want the
tomorrow
supervision.
advocate association should not say that even that agency also favored, and my friend should not cut a sorry figure later.
No, we want the supervision, Lord. But we
No,
want
we-
it to the CBI.
I can assure him, my lords, we
Recently-
have our senses. in
Anybody,
place.
anybody.
No, suspend.
No, sir.
Anybody.
The ultimate object is to bring the guilty to justice.
And truth
Whatever.
should come out.
Yes.
Truth should come out.
Truth should, of course, it is. Investigation is for that purpose.
Because like yesterday, somebody filed a PL in Supreme Court that they should go back to the ballot papers. So honorable court asked, it should not be the case with other side also. But charge sheet ಆಗಿ ಜೈಲಿಗೆ ಹಾಕಿದ್ರೆ ಸತ್ಯ, ಬಿಟ್ಟ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಸುಳ್ಳು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ನಾಳೆ ಮತ್ತೊಂದು ಪಿಟಿಷನ್ ಹಾಕೊಂಡ್ ಬರಬಾರ್ದು.
See, that is why we will monitor.
ಅಯ್ಯೋ, ನೀವು ಲೀಗಲ್ ರೆಮಿಡೀಸ್ ನೀವು ಹಂಗೆಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳಂಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಎವ್ರಿ ಲಾ ಪ್ರೊಟೆಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಎನಿ ಪರ್ಸನ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಅವೈಲಿಂಗ್ ದಿ ಲೀಗಲ್ ರೆಮಿಡೀಸ್ as permissible under law.
Very
ನಾವು
happy to see that.
ಇನ್ನೊಂದು PIL ಹಾಕ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತಿದೀವಿ. ಆ PIL ನಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟಿಗೇಟಿಂಗ್ ಆಫೀಸರ್ ಗೆ ಡೆಸ್ಕ್ ಜಾಬ್ ಕೊಡಿ, ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟಿಗೇಟಿಂಗ್ ಜಾಬ್ ಕೊಡಬೇಡಿ. ಇನ್ಯಾರ ಒಂದಷ್ಟು ಜನ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಕಷ್ಟ ಅಂತ.
ಹಾಕಿ ಸರ್, ತೊಂದರೆ ಇಲ್ಲ. But I am happy that Ravishankar came to full powerful voice. I respect this. Great.
Yes, all
Please,
we'll pass out.
Please,
Result.
I claim, Lord, that
Tomorrow or day after we'll pass.